Really competitive, but we know we're going to win.
3 big shots.
There is no doubt in my mind that the big shots are going to win this.
2 new products.
Yeah. That's wicked. Yeah, that's amazing.
But only one team can win.
I have the result right here.
Beat the boss.
I'm Syra Khan, and this is Beat the Boss, the show where you play the best business brains at their own game. 3 bright sparks compete against 3 big shots to create a brand new product for the children's market. The question is, who knows what you really want? There's nothing better than a good night's sleep. But will today's challenge keep our teams tossing and turning as they have to create a brand new children's bed? Today's bright sparks are Charlotte, Charles and Naomi. First up, cheerleading Charlotte. But will it be cheers or tears in today's competition? Ideal job, actress.
Big shots, you know you're going to lose, so you might as well just not enter the competition at all.
Next, football mad Charles. Can he pull off a dream result against the big shots? Career plan, footballer.
Beating the big shots would be a good feeling. It'd be like scoring a goal in the World Cup final.
Finally, Naomi. She'll bend over backwards to beat the big shots. Ambition, Olympic gymnast.
We're all going for that gold medal, but us bright sparks are going to get it.
That's the bright sparks. Now let's meet their competition, the big shots. They line up as Robin, Liz and Matt. First, Robin, Director of Research. His job is to spot the latest trends in the online business world.
We're big, we're brilliant, we're the big shots, and we're going to beat the bright sparks.
Meet Liz. She's climbed her way to the top, winning Young Sales Professional of the Year.
I'm really confident we're going to beat the bright sparks. I hate losing, and I'm not going to lose this time.
Last up, entrepreneur Matt. He's a big fish in the aquatics market. He's confident he can win.
We're a business, we've got lots of experience, we should be able to beat them no problem.
So those are our teams, the big shots with oodles of business brilliance and the bright sparks who have the children's market covered. They'll be battling it out for victory and the Beat the Boss trophy. It's time to deliver their brief. I've got your brief, can I come in? Yeah. Hello, big shots.
Morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Nervous?
Nervous?
Yeah.
What would you like the brief to be?
We quite like something outdoorsy, something quite exciting.
What would your nightmare brief be?
Well, it'd be furniture.
Are you ready to receive your brief?
Yeah.
Your team has to wake up to this sleepy challenge as you've got to dream up the ultimate children's bed for both boys and girls.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
It must have everything you need to chill out, and it must include one special feature. You've just heard the brief and you're all gobsmacked, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can be really creative with that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wicked. We're definitely going to win.
What about you, Naomi? You don't like furniture?
It's something that we didn't want to do, but we're going to do it because we've got to beat them bosses.
We're definitely going to beat the kids. There's no chance of them winning this.
I didn't think it'd be something quite as hard as that, but I think we can do it if we work as a team.
Beds are big business. We spend on average £1.5 billion on beds each year. Spotting a gap in this competitive market could prove to be a nightmare. I've sent both teams off to do their market research. They've got to work together as a team if they're going to rise to this challenge. So they head off to the high street to see what's already in the shops.
If you bought a bed and say the top was blue but the bottom was pink, would you buy it?
No. If the girls want pink, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get any votes from any boys, are they?
You know when you get them hats when you get the reversible where you can fold them in and fold them out? You can have one of them, the inside circle will be blue and you fasten it so then it's all blue. And when you turn it back, it's all pink.
So change of inside out colours. As a team, me and Naomi, I think we're getting along more than we are with Charles because he's a boy but he doesn't like our ideas because we're girls.
With the bright sparks yet to agree on what's going to work for both boys and girls, the big shots are trying to get into the mindset of children and have gone to bed.
It's like a den, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can sit in here. It's really cosy. I like the way you can pop your head in and have a chat with us. And
No. Definitely feels very cosy.
Never mind inventing a kid's bed, I think we should invent an adult's version of this.
The big shots seek out the help of Ben, a product developer for Habitat.
It is our best-selling bed. It's doing extremely well, and the kids love it.
Do you think it's the sailing thing that makes it appealing to children, or do you think it's the fact it's like a little room, their own private space?
I would suggest it's probably their own private space. It's a little bit like a den in there. They can be in there without anybody interfering.
I think the team's working really well, actually. We're all coming at it from different angles, so we've all got loads of different questions.
Have you got any tips for us, maybe?
Yeah, I would start with the functions that you want it to have first. Think about the colours afterwards. Don't go too fantastic with the design because it has to last a long time for the kids.
Meanwhile, the Bright Sparks have met up with Paul Stott, an award-winning furniture designer. First lesson in bed making, a good night's sleep.
This is one of the newer things in mattresses at the moment, and they're very comfortable for some people, and for children it might be a great thing because obviously in the morning when they get up, that can go back to shape and it's ready for the next night.
Halfway through their market research and both teams are full of ideas. The next step for the big shots is to come face to face with their target market.
Well, we're hoping that this part of the market research will help to give us insight into what kids actually want.
So if you could have any bed in the world and have anything on it, what do you think? Any ideas what you'd have?
A bed like this here, but you know the stairs have like a diagonal one, because those stairs are like hard to climb up and go down.
I think it's good when you have something that's kind of around you, like four-poster or something. Yeah.
So it wouldn't be necessarily you climb up to it, but it would be more like a four-poster.
Yeah. Something that's surrounding you.
What about colours? Is there any particular colours that you go for?
Mood colours like dark blue or dark purple.
I'm still confident we'll come up with an idea to beat the Bright Sparks. Now we've spoken to people of their age, I think now we've got a little bit more inside their minds. So we can start to think like they do, and I think that's going to be what the important things with beating them.
While the big shots think they've cracked the children's market, the Bright Sparks have met up with sleep coach to the stars, Nick Littlehales. He's helped the likes of the England football team get a good night's sleep.
So right guys, here we are in this fantastic sensory room, designed to explore all the moods, colours and things like that. Things that could be really fantastic in and around your bed. What can you see at the moment that might be useful?
Yeah, I like these stringy lights because you could take one of it and attach it around the side of your bed.
And these things would be great to add some atmosphere around your bed, won't they?
Is there any pieces of advice you could give us to help us create our bed?
All the normal things that you guys like in your bedrooms, just make sure inside that bed you've got plenty of places to get rid of them so they're not distracting when you're trying to go to sleep. And be very conscious when you're using colours and touch, make sure it's always soft, comforting and nothing that's too stimulating, because that's going to stop you sleeping.
Now we've had the talk with Paul and Nick, it's made me much more confident.
Both teams have completed their market research, but have they done enough to come up with the ultimate children's bed? It's time for the brainstorm.
Got to dream up the ultimate children's bed for both boys and girls. Right, let's get to work then. At the top end of the bed, there's going to be a table that can be pulled out with a fitted alarm clock on it.
Pull-out table? You can't use a pull-out table. The girls' ideas are a bit naff, and I think I'm going to have to help try and get them to change their ideas.
They like the idea that it's going to be a den as well, you know, somewhere that they could kind of pull the covers over and have their own place.
That was something that came through on just about everything everyone said, so I think the den is hugely important. I think we worked as a team today very well. I'm quite confident actually that we've got a good chance of winning this.
The big shots are full of ideas, while the Bright Sparks are discussing what materials their bed should be made of before deciding what it actually looks like.
Is it going to be silver or silver acrylic?
It's metal.
I think we need to decide that silver or silver acrylic. What do you think?
Well, they said it'd be easier to do the silver
acrylic. Then.
Charles, I think he has lots of good ideas, but you can't get a word in edgeways with Charlotte just bubbling.
OK, well, looks like you made a start here. Have you thought about your special feature?
We're having a fitted alarm clock.
Ooh, an alarm clock, wowee. Doesn't excite me. You should think about what is your dream bed, because at the moment, I have no idea what you're doing. You've got a Z-pod, you're writing a bedtime story, and you've just written loads of Zs. It's not a good start. Get your heads together, get your ideas down on paper.
That's our special feature. Got to change it.
We need to change a lot of things.
The Bright Sparks are not working together as a team, they're not thinking about their market research, and right now, they're in trouble. Big shots. I can see you've drawn a list up.
We've got this list and we've sort of conclusion for a lot of the extras, I think, but the shape of the bed we're still struggling with.
I think you're absolutely right, because if I look at your list, you've got things like den, lighting, size. I mean, you're not really thinking about the bed. You're thinking a lot about accessories and creating an environment. But if I take you back to your brief, you've got to come up with a bed and one special feature.
Okay.
I'll be back later to see how you're getting on.
Okay.
So while the big shots go back to the brief, the bright spots seem to have taken my harsh words on board and are now working as a team.
What about the shape? You don't want it to be a rectangle?
No, because it's just boring. It's everyday common, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you make it look good, then...
Football, like a football shape.
A football player. Yeah, but what sort of shape?
It's round.
You know, football's got like hexagonal signs in it, black and white. That could be the base of your bed, a football.
Them things we saw at the scent centre, them wires, we could have them as the nets.
Yeah, we could have them that as netting so it lights up.
We could get those lights flashing like blue, green and red, and those flashing like pink and purple for girls.
Yeah.
It's not just the bright spots who think they're onto a winner. The big shots are using their market research to the full and have dreamt up their bed special feature.
So maybe we could go for some really nice, totally clear acrylic poles that form the basis of the bed.
Could you have lighting going through the bed?
Absolutely, that was what I was about to come onto, that we could then put the lighting coming up from underneath.
We need to get some technology in there, because a lot of them said that they had MP3 players or they had a telephone that they wanted to use, and the speakers in the bed came up quite a bit as well.
Definitely the speakers around these poles.
OK, bright spots, your time is up. What is your bed called?
Soccer sleepers.
Soccer slippers?
Sleepers.
All right, OK.
What we've done, we've like got green and blue, which are like boy colours, and we've done that as a net, and pink and purple for a girl sort of net.
Good idea.
We've done yellow and red cars as pockets.
OK, good, excellent. What shape is the bed?
Football. And the strings from the football nets are like the colour, they're the lights.
Like the coloured lights.
Another feature is that we've got speakers and a stereo built into the goalposts on both sides.
It took you a long time and I was getting a little bit worried at the start, but you've pulled it together. Well done.
I'm glad that Charles was in our team, because it'd have been girls, it'd have been all girly stuff, not for boys.
Liz, can you please pitch me your idea?
Okay, well this is our iSleep. The main idea of the bed is a place where you can go to, and it's your own personal space. It can be either a den or a place that you go.
What's your special feature?
Special feature has to be the light system. I mean, it integrates with your music system, so when you're having a sleepover, your lights are changing in rhythm to the music. It's going to be more of an experience, like a theme park experience, than just being in a bed.
Well, I have to say, I think you really have let your creative juices flow. So well done.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Now, the next thing you've got to do is pitch your idea to the UK's leading bed manufacturer. They're going to make this bed for you. My bit of advice for you is work together as a team and think about how you're going to make this presentation exciting. Well done. It was a hard challenge, but you pulled it together. The bright spots got there in the end, and their idea certainly meets the brief. But have they done enough to make their dreams come true, or will the big shots idea light up on the day? In preparation for the pitches, the bright spots have worked up their soccer sleeper bed into a laptop presentation, while the big shots have renamed their interactive full poster to the Z bed. But only one team can win the Beat the Boss trophy. So the pressure's on as they meet for the first time at Silent Night, the UK's biggest bed manufacturer. They'll be presenting their ideas to Managing Director Neil Murdoch and his team of experts.
Meeting the big shots for the first time, I think they're going to be really competitive, but we know we're going to win.
I'm not worried about the competition from the Bright Sparks tour. I think we've got an amazing idea and we're going to blow them out of the water.
That's just so babyish.
I feel more confident now after meeting the big shots. I was expecting that proper business people, but they just acted like kids.
Hello, good morning.
To decide who pitches first, Neil tosses a coin.
Oh, it's heads.
Yes.
I think we should let them go first.
Give them time to pack all their bags. Well, good luck, you're going to need it.
Get your bus passes ready.
We're making a bed, and it's called Soccer Sleepers.
Ooh, okay.
I was a bit nervous, but when we got in there and met the people, I calmed down a bit. It was a lot better.
The theme is football.
Okay, you're all football fans, are you?
Yeah, we all like football, yeah.
Right, the mattress. For the mattress is memory foam because we tested it out and it was really, really comfortable. And we'd like it to be circular in like the shape of a football with the football pattern on it.
The goalpost acts as a four-posted bed. At each set of posts there is a built-in stereo.
The football nets are going to be string lights, and one half's going to be pink and purple for girls, and one net's going to be green and blue for boys.
What I like is your idea with the memory foam, because that's quite new and everybody's sort of really into the memory foam and it sort of moulds around. It's really comfortable, isn't it? And cosy. Yeah, so it's nice that you're thinking about the sleep you're going to get.
What about size? How big is it?
We were thinking the tallest person, which is Naomi, because she could line a floor and we could make it about 12 inches bigger than Naomi.
You might want to just think about that.
We've been impressed by your presentation. You need to listen to what we've said, because at the end of the day you have to make a product that you're confident people are going to pay for and that they will be very happy with their purchase afterwards.
I think our pitch went really well because they liked our main idea and they thought it was appropriate for children our age.
Next up, the big shots with the Z-bed.
Z is the four-post that reinvented for the MP3 generation. Kids are going to never want to get out of a Z bed. We've put, as you can see here, speakers into the bed so they can play their music systems. There's a pocket as well, so they could maybe have a games console on there, a DVD player.
With the lights off, Matt explains their lighting features.
We can create a light that's almost from very neutral, so it's very plain, all the way through the colour spectrum to whatever people would want.
I love the lighting. I think the creating the moods is really fantastic and I can really see the children switching on to that. One of the other areas I'd like to see you think about more is actually the sleep and the comfort that the beds and the mattress is going to deliver, because that's obviously very important to us here.
For me, it is just that little bit too old for an 8 to 12-year-old market. I can see a teenager.
You can see a 20-year-old in
Absolutely.
This bed is a strong idea, but is it a teenage or an 8 to 12-year-old's product?
I was impressed with Bright Sparks for their background, for their level of experience. They were very creative, and I'd have to say the same thing about the big shots. I think it's very close, but in the main I would say there were very strong, very positive presentations from both teams.
With the pitches put to bed, both teams get to work on their final designs. The Bright Sparks are working with Sue on the fabrics, and the big shots are with Andrew getting advice on the look of their bed.
So you could have maybe a red cord, a red pocket and a yellow pocket like that.
Yeah.
But we had them quite soft. I think the material would be quite nice if it was soft. We thought that a mesh design would be quite nice.
I like that.
Because you'll feel the memory foam through the material. And then we could make some kind of quilt to emulate a football.
I like the mesh.
I like the mesh. I like the mesh.
You get that in a tube form,
okay.
So that could sit inside the tube and shine up. Yeah.
Okay.
So what did you think about our headboard?
The only thing I would perhaps say is that it's a bit hard. I do think you need to introduce a soft element.
As both beds begin to take shape, it's time for the teams to swap experts. The big shots get to work on picking fabrics to customise their bed.
Something like one of these fabrics could be quite exciting, that reflects the light and it looks almost like metallic.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea, and it would soften the whole bed up as well. You can maybe have maybe do a couple of cushions or 3 cushions. Have 2 in that one fabric and then to highlight the whole thing, have a lighter fabric.
I think the winning feature of our design remains the lighting and the poles. Particularly if we get the fabrics right and we get good reflective fabrics and the lighting takes over the whole bed, I think that's going to be our winning feature.
These are the sort of lights we were thinking of using in the head ends. You can feel how soft they are, so it'll give you a good surface to rest against, whilst giving you sort of lots of drama in the lights. Yeah, and obviously you can get these in different colours. So you can see there the slide-out table. Yeah, obviously that'll tuck in there. And we can get
on the goalpost, is that the speakers there on the side?
Yeah, that's got your speakers. So what do you think? Yeah?
That's wicked.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, that's amazing.
We've just seen the final design and it looks really good. It's proper brilliant. It's got everything we wanted in it.
In my opinion, Bright Sparks bed will win because it's a bed designed by kids, for kids.
Big Shots design is a nice design and maybe I would choose that, but I'm not sure it's a children's bed.
But it's not down to Sue and Andrew to decide. That's the job of our 25 expert judges. Both beds have now been made, so it's time to find out who's going to be walking away with the Beat the Boss trophy. It's decision day. Both our teams are at the Beat the Boss HQ to find out the result.
I think we probably are going to win it because we've got the best design, we've got the best team, so yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I'm really excited. I couldn't sleep last night because of it.
I'm really competitive and I know I would be absolutely gutted if we lost.
I think we'll get most of the boys' votes because it's like a football bed and some girls are bounce like football, so I think we'll win.
You've talked the talk, now can you walk the walk?
My final message to the big shots is, look at the limo, but don't touch, it's ours.
What's that funny red thing over there? Looks like Santa's sleigh.
Where were your suits? Did the hire run out on them?
Settle down, teams, otherwise it's early to bed for all of you. Welcome to the Beat the Boss boardroom. Today, for the very first time, you're going to see your products. Can you walk this way? Liz, how do you feel?
Slightly nervous. I'm fingers crossed that it'll be how we wanted it to be.
Are you feeling confident?
I think we're looking at a big success rather than a small failure.
Well, it's certainly a very big bed. So when I say go, please help me to reveal. Go! Oh. There you go.
Whoa.
This is
That's amazing.
the Z bed. Liz, you've seen your bed for the first time. What do you think?
I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased. They've got the perspex backboard and the speakers and the different colours. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. It's really good.
Robin?
I think it's absolutely great. I mean, it looks just like the design. I mean, the poles look great with the light in. And I think, you know, part of the brief was to make it a party bed where people could chill out and kind of have fun. And I think definitely this is exactly the kind of place you want to do that.
As well as the lights and the speakers, we've got a little control centre here where people can plug their MP3 player onto, which obviously produces the sound for the speakers, but they can also control the bed through two simple buttons here, so they can cut the lights off or turn just the poles on or just the speakers.
Happy?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you obviously really like the Z bed, but what does your competition have to say about it? Bright Spots, what do you think about the Z bed?
I like the speakers, but the colour is a bit boring. I don't think boys would be that keen on that colour.
It is a bit girlish and more grown up instead of for children.
Mixed reviews, too girly, too adult.
They're bound to say that anyway, and come on, let's see their bed and see what they've got.
Exactly. Bright Sparks, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling even more confident now looking at what they've produced.
Let's reveal Soccer Sleepers.
Whoa! It's amazing, the lights are absolutely fabulous.
Charles, if you actually open the compartment there, you'll be able to work the lights.
They're amazing, especially the flashing ones.
Charles, talk to me about the theme of your bed.
It's sort of like a bed of two halves. We've got a boy's side there and a girl's side there. We've got some speakers here so you can plug your MP3 into that slot there and you can listen to your music.
As well as it being a bed, it's also a really good storage place. If you just look at that side, there's red and yellow pockets, and if you open them, you can put all your things you like in there, like your jewellery or your money, anything you want.
Very good idea.
Well, this mattress is memory foam mattress and it's just really, really comfortable to lie on.
Well, you obviously like your bed. Let's see what the Big Shots have got to say. Big Shots, what do you think about Soccer Sleepers?
Big Shots 3, Bright Sparks nil personally. I mean, yeah, I can understand boys would like it. I don't like the glaring lights, not a big fan.
They called our bed a little bit girly. Well, their bed being a football bed is a little bit more interesting to boys, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Bright Spots, they didn't like your bed, what do you think?
I don't think they've looked at the design brief properly because it says you've got to cater for both boys and girls. Our bed does and theirs doesn't.
Well, we've heard what both teams think about their products, but what's important is what does your target market think? If you take a seat, we'll find out. To make it fair, our 25 expert judges don't know who's made which bed. First, the Big Shots Z bed.
The pipe lights are a really good special feature because they're really soothing and relaxing.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
If you're rolling around in the night and you hit the MP3 button, these speakers are just going to blast out.
They're really cool because the lights flashing. It's good if you're having a sleepover because you can just like dance up and down. You just don't look like a boy's bed.
Bring it
on. My favourite thing about this bed is the lights, and I like it because it's soft, and I also like the canopy. It's kind of dangerous because when you jump, you might bang your head. Yeah, and I always jump on my bed. Same here.
Don't jump too high, that's what I say.
Next, it's the Bright Sparks Soccer Sleepers.
Wow, that's amazing. There's plenty of space for books and like CDs and like DVDs and stuff like that. I don't think they should be flashing because you can't really get... Yeah, because if they were like that, then that'd be okay because you'd be able to get to sleep better.
I think this is a bed that you could chill out on because of the lights, soothing, and the bed's really comfy.
The one thing I don't really like about the bed is how big it is. It's just not big enough. If it were bigger, I'd like it.
They've designed it like a football net, you know.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool, yeah.
They've got a good effect.
It's a good idea.
Time to vote. Bright Spots, our judges thought your storage was a great idea, but felt it could be too small. And Big Shots, our judges really liked the light tubes, but thought it might be too girly. But who did they vote as the overall winner of the Beat the Boss trophy? I have the result right here. The winners of the Beat the Boss bed product with a dream result of 22 votes to 3. It's the Big Shots!
Oh, guys, congratulations.
Oh, well done.
Your design was fantastic.
Well done. No, it was good. Well done, mate.
Charles, well done.
Well done.
Big Shots, come and get your trophy.
Well done, guys.
Excellent.
Congratulations. Are you surprised?
Really surprised. It was a 2-horse race all the way.
To be honest with you, I was expecting it to be them, but I'm happy we've won.
Well done. There's a limousine waiting to whisk you away. And Bright Sparks, I'm sorry, but it's the bus home for you. Come on, guys. Cheers! Congratulations, bosses. How are you feeling?
Unbelievable, really. No, I thought it'd be much closer. I thought 50-50, and I even thought they might, clinch it at the last minute. So yes, I'm really, really chuffed.
I am quite surprised at the results because I thought the bed was too adult, but I was wrong.
Probably the reason we won is because we listened to the market research. We didn't design a bed that was too childish, and I think that's what appealed to them.
To be beaten by the Big Shots is not very nice. I thought it ended a bit closer than that.
Sweet dreams, leaders!
You might be catching the bus home tonight, but when you're our age, hopefully you'll be catching the limo home. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well played, and this Virgo Sport gives a ride at limo.
We're looking for contestants for a brand new series of Get 100. If you're between 10 and 13, good at answering questions, and think you can outwit your competitors, then go to the website and click on Be on a Show. The closing date is April the 14th. Hurry!